Hey, I'm live, and I've got my mother's Hanukkah present playing, and I had to share it with you because it's so cool. Um, let's see. I have it sitting on my desk. Okay, here it is. So from listening to me in the first, good morning, welcome to Morning Coffee with Sandye. So I'm just really excited about this present. It's tough to buy things for people who have dementia, and I know some of you have mentioned that you have people in your lives who are suffering from issues like this. So good morning, and check this out. This is a radio. Now, my mother, being 97, has always had radios, and she really missed having a radio. So this radio, though it looks like just an old-fashioned radio, can you hear it's playing 40s music? It's on a 40s station right now. You cover up the front so that she can't mess with any buttons or dials because she doesn't get what they are. So she would turn them all, right? Instead, it's one button. All she has to do is hit on, and it's on, and it's preset. I have it preset on a 40s station. So it's all her music. The volume is already up. She doesn't have to adjust anything. She just turns her radio on and off. How cool is that? I'm very proud of that find. I got it on Amazon. Okay, wait. And then next to it, can you... Oh, I don't know if you... Let me see if I can move this a little closer for you. Whoops. Here we go. I also got her a very special clock. Can you read it? I don't know if you can see it clearly, but the clock in big, bold letters says the day, the time, and the date in big, bold letters. She doesn't have to tell time, although she still can, because I tested her yesterday. But it tells her what day it is, and she can look at it all day long, and it'll say Wednesday, 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 because she does get really confused about time, which makes sense, right? I mean, we get confused about time with this pandemic. Good morning. Oh, look, I've got all these comments already. Yeah, no, it is awesome. And of course, I got her lots of socks too, because she loves socks and gloves to stay warm. Yeah, but she loses them. So I have to get her like bazillions of pairs of each. But that's okay. She loves them and she gets excited. And oh, Pam, you are so right. Music is completely her thing. She still can sing whole songs. She can't hold a conversation, but she can sing a song. And the happiest thing I can do for her is sing for her. Yesterday, masked up and social distanced, my brother, sister-in-law, and nephew came in from Arizona so they could wave to her through the window. And we stood outside the window singing Hanukkah and Christmas carols and dancing for her in the window. And she danced and sang right along with us from her room. It was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. But there is something, I totally agree, Opa. There is something about just a good old-fashioned radio. Tomorrow night at sundown, Hanukkah starts. So I'm going over there today, just through the window, because unfortunately, 2 of the residents at her home have COVID. So I don't get to go visit her this week in person, just through the window for a few minutes. Anyway, someone who works there is going to go in her room, and I took over a bunch of Hanukkah cards, and they're going to help her sign them, and then I'm going to sing to her through the window. And yeah. Oh, Teresa, good morning, Teresa. How wonderful to see you here. Yeah, so dancing, singing, radio, clock, socks, gloves. I figure she's set for Hanukkah. We're good. We are good. Okay. Birthdays. I gotta say, Pam, you're here this morning. I'm going to do my special birthday song for you. And Ginny, it's also your birthday. Two very, very wonderful, what do I say, what do I do contributors. I don't want to miss your birthday. So for all of my what do I say, what do I do people, this is your birthday song, written a number of years ago by my daughter and son-in-law for a contest to replace the old, boring, traditional birthday song, which was, I guess the copyright on it was up. So if you wanted to use it in a movie or anything else, you suddenly had to pay for it. So they were trying to come up with a new one that would be in the public domain. So my kids wrote this. It either came in second or third in the national contest. It's awesome. And the whole idea was to give it away. So you ready? Pam and Ginny, this is especially for you. But Opa, you just had a birthday recently. And Teresa, I think you did too. So for all November and December birthdays, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this for Pam because I know Pam is here right now. It's your birthday, Pam. It's your birthday. It's your birthday, Pam. It's your birthday. It's your birthday, Pam. It's your birthday. We are super psyched. You're 1 year older than you were before. You're 1 year older than you were before. You're 1 year older than you were before. And we are super psyched. Not so long ago, your mom was in the hospital. What was she doing there? She was screaming, "Ah, get this thing out of me. Ah, it's your birthday, Pam. It's your birthday. It's your birthday, Ginny. It's your birthday. It's your birthday, Sue. It's your birthday, and we are super psyched. Oh, yeah. We are super psyched. We are super psyched. Happy birthday! That's the birthday song. Happy birthday, kids. Yeah, it's infinitely peppier and happier. There's also, by the way, a dirty version of it, which is hilarious. But when we used to go out as a family and celebrate birthdays at a restaurant, and you would get all of us singing this song a cappella in the middle of a restaurant, people would go nuts and start clapping along and singing with us. Great happy birthday song. And as I keep saying, birthday in the time of COVID is the best reason ever to celebrate life and be grateful for yours. Whew. Also, by the way, birthday for Kirk Douglas with that gorgeous dimpled chin. Passed away this year, as a matter of fact, but left behind a couple of sons who are carrying on in his stead. Judy Dench. I mean, what a great actress. I always thought of her as being really old, and I think she's a year younger than I am. That made me feel kind of old when I read that. But then maybe she's just young like me. Yeah. Margaret Hamilton. Do you know who Margaret Hamilton is? She was the Wicked Witch in Wizard of Oz. Now, come on. She was brilliant, right? I mean, wasn't she like the scariest thing ever?
Oh, my pretties, I'm going to have you for breakfast. You want to have a sip and a smile? I'll snip your smile.
Don't be scared. I just did that for show. It is not the real me. Okay, and happy birthday to a guy who was born in 1886. And I think you'll recognize who he is just by his name, because his name was Clarence Birdseye. Yeah, like the vegetable king. I love vegetables. Do you have a favorite vegetable? I don't even think I have a favorite. I just love vegetables. I know, but not fruit as much as vegetables. Isn't that weird? Love it. All right. Today, oh, you guys are going to love this. Today is Weary Willy Day. Yeah, it's not referring to erectile dysfunction, although when I first saw it, that's what I thought it was. It's not. It's really a special day for Emmett Kelly, the clown. He had his character's name, the clown that he would dress up as, was named Weepy Willie or Weary Willie. And he was, I guess, officially the first sad clown, which was unheard of. And I think the whole idea was kids got scared of clowns with all that makeup. And he was trying to show that sometimes clowns were sad too. So today is Weary Willy Day. Weary Willy Day in honor of Emmett Kelly. So Emmett Kelly, thank you for the circus clown that you were. Even if some of you are horribly, terribly terrified by clowns. And I know a lot of people are totally terrified. Okay. Most important, I know I'm going a little long today, but it was so much to talk about. Today is Heroes Day. Now, I know there's been a lot of talk about heroes are doctors and nurses and first responders, and I take nothing away from them. But I'd like you to take a moment to honor the everyday heroes in your life. I did what I always do, and I Googled heroes. I looked it up so I'd have an actual definition of a hero. And interestingly enough, it's from the original Greek, which means protector or defender. But the actual definition of hero has changed pretty dramatically over the ages. By the way, the feminine form, of course, is heroine, which means female hero and only applies to women. But now, just like the word actor applies to males and females, hero is also acceptable for males or females. So I'm going to use just the hero when I talk about it. It used to be, I mean, think about it. Go back to mythology, mythological times. Go back to Bible times. Heroes were those who would defend and protect. No. Today they defend and protect in some way. But for a while, heroes were the ones who put their lives on the line for money, for fame, for glory. Those were the original heroes. Isn't that interesting? And over time and at different times, heroes were heroes for doing good things just out of the goodness of their hearts. When I think of a hero, I think of a person who's being totally selfless. Like a hero is somebody who's out there to do good because good is the right thing to do. Somebody who does something for someone else without thought of a reward, either actual or emotional. In the face of danger or adversity, they put their life on the line and say, this is important to me. This makes a difference. You make a difference. Can I tell you a quick story? I know the answer is yes. You could always tune out if you don't want to hear it. But when my son was in about, I think he was maybe in 3rd grade, I picked him up at school one day. We were driving out of the parking lot, and all of a sudden he yells, "Stop, Mommy, stop, stop." I slam on the brakes, pull over the side, slam on the brakes. He throws open the car door and he goes running about, I don't know, like 3 houses down. And of course, I pulled up to see what was going on. And 3 houses down, there were these 3 big boys, AKA maybe 5th or 6th graders, and 1 little boy who looked like he couldn't have been more than 2nd or 3rd grade. And they were pushing him around and they were about to push him onto the ground. They had like circled around him. And I mean, it was like awful. My munchkin, who was not a big kid either, ran. He didn't walk. He ran into the middle of this group of kids and pushed his little friend out of the way and stood up to the three big guys himself. And then stayed there until his little friend could get away and go home. And I, in the meantime, of course, pulled up and, did what a parent would do and split up the kids and had Mike get back in the car and told the boys to go home, and what they did was not okay. And I asked Mike about it. What were you doing? Who is that kid? Is he a friend of yours? And Mike looked at me and he said, Mom, that little guy is new at our school. And he's not from this country, and he hardly even speaks English. And they were picking on him. And I looked at Mike and I said, Mike, you are a hero, and I thank you. So to all the everyday heroes, thank you. Go be a hero today, will you? It's what we're supposed to do. And happy birthday to my What Do I Say, What Do I Do friends. And look at today's word art. I love it. It just says, love begets love. I love you guys. Thank you for being here with me. See you tomorrow, yeah? Okay. Bye-bye.